First, relatives of those missing on board the sunken South Korean ferry are enduring an agonising wait for news of their loved ones. As the hours pass, the chance of any of the nearly 300 people missing being found alive dims. It's still not yet known what caused the incident, but there is a growing sense of anger as reports emerge that people were told to stay in their seats when the ship ran into trouble. Our correspondent John Brain sent this report. Let's talk to Han-Ju Kim, who's a journalist with the South Korean national news agency Yonhap and has been following events over the last 24 hours. Good for you to join us, Han-Ju. Thank you very much. We understand that many of the relatives are very frustrated with how the authorities are dealing with this. What more can you tell us about whether or not it veered off course, what the weather conditions were like when the journey first left port? We can show you some pictures now from Pangmok Port. This is on the island of Jindu. This is where survivors are being brought ashore. So obviously the operation is underway. Families have been meeting authorities to find out what's been happening with the rescue operation. Of course, as we've just been saying, more than 300 people, or around 300 people, are still missing. In other news, the highest level talks to take place since the crisis in Ukraine erupted will begin in Geneva in a few hours. President Obama has issued a warning to Russia that it will face consequences if it takes steps to further destabilise Ukraine. Tensions in eastern Ukraine have continued as government forces try to recapture areas taken by pro-Russian groups. Alpa Patel reports. Voting is underway in India in the biggest day of polling in the election so far. 121 parliamentary seats are up for grabs. The favourite to win is the BJP party, with Narendra Modi as its prime ministerial candidate. He has a hardline reputation and is seen by critics as anti-Muslim. Let's talk to Sanjoy Majumdar, who's in Jaipur of India's state of Rajasthan. Let's find out what's happening in the world of business. Mariam is taking a look, and we're looking at the Chinese version of Twitter, Weibo.
Yes.
Have I said that correctly?
You have, yes. Naga, well pronounced.
Thank you.
Live from Singapore on World Business Report. Do join us then, Naga.
Will do. Thanks, Mariam. Stay with us on BBC News, still to come. Hello, you're watching BBC World News. I'm Naga Munchetty. Here are the headlines. Some other news to bring you. In New York, Robert De Niro's Tribeca Film Festival, now in its 13th year, has just got underway. It began essentially as an endeavour to revive the Tribeca neighbourhood, which was devastated by the 9/11 attacks on the nearby World Trade Center. So it's grown to become an international showcase, and with a new multi-million-dollar business partnership in place, there are, however, concerns that the festival could lose its artistic focus. From New York, Tom Brooke reports. Let's bring you some news about the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. They've arrived in the Blue Mountains west of Sydney to meet people affected by last year's bushfire. The gorgeous baby George. I'll see you very soon. Marianne with World Business Report is next.